Kyle Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, the Corps Cadets, the world-famous 12 fans, Lady Reveille, and from early indications, a whole throng of Aggies ready to make some noise. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Pulled and finds his man on the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a pass.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He's got an open man. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Suddenly, after that last big play, they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the 44. The give to the tailback. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell, they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Looking downfield, it's Owens. Just a short pass to the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And the defense brought the blitz on 3rd down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports. You get paid a lot of money to do a job, and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
The Longhorns will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the offense on 1st down. 29 Philly. Give to the single back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. The Aggies sawed varsity's horns off the last time they faced Texas.
Yes, they did, and they gave it to them. And a lot of A&M fans throwing the horns down, disrespecting Texas fans. Texas has had a little bit to think about that, Palmer.
It's helped Texas A&M on the recruiting trail this offseason. Reveille's got more pep to her step. Everybody loving it in College Station.
They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Did Bevo really get his name after altering a brand on his backside put there by Texas A&M students? So many questions to answer since 1894, guys.
And that's what's so cool about this rivalry. When you have the back and forth and who did what, going all the way back to 1894, Reese's first birthday. What an amazing rivalry.
There have been a lot of good players during that stretch, too. Think about Ricky Williams from the Horns, Johnny Manziel, Texas A&M. So many great coaches have patrolled the sidelines in this rivalry for years.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Dropping back, it's Owens. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
Well, the defense can't afford to give up too many big plays like that. That was a simple day one go route. A guy just running straight down the field. You need your DBs to get to that football and swat that thing away. You give up too many more of those, you don't got a shot at winning this game.
Tackled immediately after the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking for the score. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Looking for a crease. It's Owens. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you've seen the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it.
And the ball's on the ground. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
To the air on first down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. We're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close.
We're tied 0-0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Fast motion from the offense. Looking to pass. It's Wegman. Safe completion on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Got it in the middle. It's Campbell. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Give to the running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Wants to throw on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends to the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
At the 20, he's got space. And he'll be out of bounds just short of the goal line, but man, are they in business now. He has 60 yards rushing as he inches closer to that 1,400-yard milestone. Trying to bully their way in. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Coaches preach all week about physicality, physicality. That is how you do it. That is how you put it on tape. That's how you show everybody in the locker room.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggie. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, Phyllis, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Iowa steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Iowa City a ton of confidence. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Owens. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 30. And he's running in the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Texas! 21. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
On the ground, it's Owens. And he could not get loose on the run.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Green. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. The defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They'll try it on the ground. At the 45, on its way. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. And the Aggies are rolling down the field. They'll test the right side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He's got it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Texas A&M going up tempo. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Going for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to... Oh, look out, there he goes! And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Looking deep. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
And now a chance to pull even first and goal as we get late in the first half. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. To the air. It's Owens. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
He'll try to tack on one more. Smashes it through for the PAT. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Snagged in the middle. It's Campbell. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. Flushed out of the pocket. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Line getting set on second down. They go to the ground. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. Third and short from the 45. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. He's right on target. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Ready to try the point at him. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it back from inside his 5, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Field goal is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the move from inside his 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come.
He lofts one down the sideline. Grabs it up the 25-inch stride. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Handoff to the single running back. Touchdown, Aggies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Here comes the Texas offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field.
What a snag by the defense. Got room on the return. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Aggies.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Michigan State looks like 5 miles of bad road today. Offensively, the wheels have come off. Defensively, one pothole after another. They're trailing by 24 to Maryland. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Gibson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Gets it out quickly. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
To the air, it's Owens. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
The Longhorns have this offense rolling. Wide out in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that. Game.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Pulls and fires complete. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Takes the handoff. It's Owens. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. They feed him again. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to run for it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to the ground game on the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Dropping back, it's Wegman. Stands in and takes the hit. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Looking deep down the right side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Texas! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Number 13 with the grab and the score.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Wants to go up top. Trying to get the two. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the two-point try. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Texas A&M going quickly. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Aggies! And the punishment has been extended. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. And he's going to run it back. Makes a move. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! He just took it the entire length of the field, end-to-end, coast-to-coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes, over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that end zone, making a huge play.
The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Set to kick off.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking off. To the air. It's Wegman. He spins that thing down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Campbell. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this fourth-quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. The Aggies in position to say goodbye to Texas University. So long to the orange and the white as they build the lead.
It's been Gig'em here. They're pulling away, just making more plays, and it seems like at the opportune moment, they're the team that's stepping up.
And they're loving this. The A&M fan base, that is, just loving giving it to their rival Texas. If they can finish this one off, these people will go insane.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
He lobs one high down the left side. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this dude.
A strike downfield. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. On the move, it's Owens. At the 35, he's open. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Second down coming up. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
Man, you usually don't see quarterbacks make mistakes when they have that much time to throw the football. Usually it's off of pressure. It's somebody in their face. It's somebody hitting them while they're throwing the football. Coverage in the back end was beautiful, creating the big INT.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Soft spot in the middle. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver enough.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Going the other way, and he's got room. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
I know the passing game sells. The passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. Makes his connection. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. first down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the gun, running back on the move. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for space, it's Owens. Fighting off the defender. Headed to the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field. You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of them today.
They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish.
Racing down the left side. The 20. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
Number 21 with the catch and score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Oh, and he missed it. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tulsa is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 31 to Tulane. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
He does a really good job here. You want to get a huge play. You got to push the ball down the field. You need a bunch of yards. Well, wait a minute. Now he can just tuck it, scramble, go get you a bunch of yards. Now put you in a great 3rd down situation. Real heads-up play by the quarterback.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. They're going to run it to the right. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put